my dear students. Today we are learning one of the most beautiful and meaningful passages written by William Shakespeare. The Quality of Mercy from The Merchant of Venus, Act 4, Scene 1. This passage is not a poem, it is taken from a play. It is written in blank verse, which simply means poetry without rhyme, written in a steady rhythm. Before we begin line by line explanation, I will first tell you the background story in a simple way so that you can understand better. Students, please remember this story is not in your syllabus, but it will help you understand better. Now let's begin. Students, The Merchant of Venus is a play about friendship, mercy, and justice. Antonio is a merchant. His friend Bassanio needs money to marry Portia. To help his friend, Antonio borrows money from a moneylender named Shylock. Shylock agrees, but he puts a strange condition. If Antonio cannot pay on time, Shylock will take 1 pound of flesh from Antonio's body. Unfortunately, Antonio's ships are lost at sea, so he can't repay. Shylock demands strict justice. This case goes to the court. Portia, Bassanio's wife, disguises herself as a young lawyer and comes to save Antonio. Before giving her judgment, Portia tries to change Shylock's heart. She tries to convince him to show mercy instead of taking revenge. The lines you are learning today are from the moment, the famous speech called The Quality of Mercy. Students, now let's begin. Let me give you explanation from line 1 to 4. Portia says mercy cannot be forced. It comes from heart, naturally like gentle rain. Mercy gives blessing to two people, the one who shows mercy and the one who receives it. Students, now let's move on to the explanation from line 5 to 10. Mercy is most powerful quality in great rulers. A king may have a crown and the scepter that shows his authority, but mercy makes him truly respected. Power creates fear, mercy creates love. Now let's move on to the third segment. Let me give you explanation from line 11 to 14. Mercy is greater than all earthly power because it is the quality of God. We are closest to God when we show mercy. Justice becomes beautiful only when softened with kindness and compassion. Students, now let me explain from line 15 to 18. Portia now speaks directly to Shylock. She says, if God gave strict justice, no one would be saved. Since we pray to God for mercy, we must also show mercy to other people. Now let me give you explanation, students, from line 19 to 22. Portia tells Shylock that she spoke these words only to soften his heart. If he still refuses to show mercy, the court must give strict judgment against Antonio. She gives him one last chance to forgive. Conclusion. Students, now let us end with the final part of the story, how the case is actually settled in the courtroom. Students, please remember this ending is not in your syllabus, but I am explaining it so that you can understand the whole situation clearly. So after Portia finishes her beautiful speech on mercy, Shylock still refuses to show kindness. He insists on taking the pound of flesh from Antonio. He wants strict justice. Seeing this, Portia cleverly changes the direction of the case. She says, Shylock, the law allows you to take 1 pound of flesh. You may do so. Shylock becomes happy and prepares to cut the flesh. But then Portia adds one more important point. The bond gives you permission to take only the flesh, not a single drop of blood. If you spill even 1 drop of Antonio's blood, your life and property will be punished under the laws of Venus. Shylock stands shocked. He knows he cannot take flesh without blood, so he says he will take the money instead. But Portia stops him again. No, Shylock, you asked for justice, so justice will be followed exactly. You cannot change your decision now. Shylock realizes he has no choice. He drops the knife. Antonio is saved. But the case is not over. Portia then uses another law against Shylock. She says, "You have tried to harm a citizen of Venus. According to our law, half of your property goes to the state and other half goes to Antonio." Shylock loses everything. Antonio, being kind, returned the property to Shylock back and asked only one thing, that Shylock must stop harming the citizens. In this way, Portia wins the case with her intelligence, calmness, and wisdom. She saves Antonio without violence, without anger, and without breaking the law. This ending teaches us that mercy and intelligence are more powerful than anger and revenge. Portia proves that justice must be balanced with compassion. Students, now let's see what is the moral. Forgiveness is a sign of strength, not weakness. Mercy makes us human, revenge makes us cruel. Thank you, students, for learning with me today. If this explanation helped you understand the lesson better, please like, share, and subscribe for more easy and simple lessons. And do share it with your friends. Stay kind, stay compassionate, and see you in the next class. Until then, bye.